Okay, I'm going to show you how to prepare a cross-section for paint analysis. We're going to take a small amount of the sample quick powder you can see here. We'll use the scoop and we will place some of the powder into the weigh boat. So we replace the lid and we're finished with that just now. We're going to take the sample quick liquid. This is a kit that comes with the two parts. We'll draw up a small amount of the liquid and add it to the powder. What I would say is if you're using a full scoop then of the powder, then you need to add a full 1 milliliter pipette of the sample liquid. Now I have just used a smaller volume and a small amount just because for the purposes of showing you how to do this. So once the consistency is correct, we will make sure it's homogeneous so that the powder is completely mixed into the liquid, and we will set those aside. So now we're going to squeeze the sides of the weigh boat together, and we're going to half fill each of the squares with this resin. Now you'll see that there are 6 squares, so I've just half filled each of them as best I can and use up the solution. Now what you will see here is once it's dried, you should be able to see that it is hard to the touch with the pair of tweezers. And what we're then going to do is take our paint sample and we're going to use the tweezers to place the paint sample into one of the squares. Now try to make it as close to one edge as you possibly can, which makes ease for preparing for the cross section. Even though we haven't used the other 6 squares, do not worry about that at this current moment in time. We will store those for later for future analyses. Okay, so now we have our paint sample in one of the squares. We're going to again prepare a small amount of the resin. We will add the sample quick powder into another clean weigh boat. Then we will add the sample quick liquid. We will mix the two of them together, ensuring that they are homogeneous and that the powder is completely dissolved into the liquid. Now you will see that I am making sure that the solution is mixed before we then fill up to volume the one square that contains our paint sample. With the excess resin that is left over, what we will do is we will have a clean mould, and again we will half fill each of the squares with the solution that is left over, because we don't want to have any excess waste of the resin. So fill each of the squares, or as much as we have, with what is left, and then we will allow those all to dry.